Right, Mitch is back on a train from Beenleigh, so we'll do the Monday Sports Podcast without him. Got a bit to chat through. Broncos, of course. I know there's still mathematically a chance at the 8, but not looking good.
Are they? I thought that they weren't even a mathematical chance.
I think they
now.
are still a mathematical chance, technically. But they need a lot of results to go their way to get into the 8.
I think they're done, aren't they?
Yeah, look, 18-10 at half time, and then the Titans put on second half clinic there. That was tough to watch.
Did you get to watch it over there, Lutzy?
No, I didn't.
Didn't miss anything. That second half was just one-way traffic.
Payne Haas injured. Liz Frank, rest of the season out. There's chat. I haven't seen anything since this morning, but fracture for Ezra.
Is it a confirmed fracture, or
not
they're all
confirmed.
getting
That's what I've
scans
seen.
today?
That's what I've seen.
Well, that'll be Ezra done for
Yeah.
the year as well. By the way, has anybody up until this year heard of the Liz Frank injury?
Yeah.
Like, it's
the
burst
new
onto the scene.
syndesmosis.
It's like everybody. I'd never heard of a Liz Frank. And now everyone is talking Liz Frank.
Yeah, you're spot on, Buzz. It's one of those like sort of cyclical injuries that sort of just come around. Remember back in the day, it used to be osteitis pubis or something like that. But Liz Frank, it's in the foot. In the AFL, it was about 2 years ago. Everywhere, absolutely everywhere. Charlie Cameron had it for a bit. It's they're not pretty, and just more impact going through that foot makes it really tough.
Yeah.
So with the big boys like Payne Haas, that's a tough injury.
Is it a foot injury?
Hard to diagnose too.
Yeah.
Hard to find. Harder to
small
find than
bone
Anne
in the
Frank.
foot?
They reckon. He stomped all over my joke.
Nick loved it.
Stop stomping all over my joke, Buzz.
Just not used to you being funny today, Lutzy. We laughed.
There we go.
I missed that because I was paying attention to the other conversation that was going on. So what was it? What'd you say?
My joke.
Do your joke again,
I
Lutzy.
wanna
Let's
hear
back
it.
over it.
Well, I said it's hard to diagnose and very hard to find. In fact, harder to find than Anne Frank.
Oh, that is quite funny.
Oh, sorry, Susie, for joining it. Thanks,
Hey,
guys.
Susie wasn't listening.
I
Can you
wasn't
do
listening.
Can you do it again?
Oh, dear.
Yeah.
I don't
Deary
know to
me.
laugh at it yet, though.
Yes. So very
It's too
quickly,
So Payne's gone. Ezra's gone.
only a couple of games left in the season now.
I
Yeah,
wonder
we're
if
done.
Cobbo's back.
I don't know.
Because Corey Oates, we probably could do with Corey Oates back on the bench or something.
Well, Corey Oates is only one try off moving to second on the Broncos' all-time try scorer list. So I think he's only got 3 for this year. Needs one more. Renault's number 1? 1 or 2?
Pearl would be number 1.
Pearl will be number 1.
Yeah.
And but yeah, he's
Darius Boyd, is it?
Darren Lockyer is number 2.
Right.
He's just one behind Lockyer at the moment. So we're still trying to pull
I can't
some.
believe Lockie's number 2. That's unbelievable when you think about the positions he played.
But he was fullback for
Yeah, but you
for
think
many
about
years.
wingers are usually the people that are right on the top because they just finish tries.
Yeah, but Lockie was a one-club man too, so
just
scored
saying.
all of his.
That's impressive, is what I'm saying.
Yeah. Well, he was an unbelievable player.
When did he move into? Was it? Did he go from 5'8" to fullback or the other way around? Fullback to 5'8". Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was a good player.
So Ash Lutz says the big Broncos fans in here. I mean, what are you thinking? What do you do? Do you start rolling out a few of the kids, get more game time into them now? Or do you think do you still try to salvage a season here? 'Cause, not, as you said, maybe not mathematically impossible, but
I think you
it's
need
a tough run.
best team out there until it's mathematically not. Because you can't throw the towel in too early, I don't reckon.
No, you don't want to be seen doing that.
You know, after we had Paddy in here the other day, and or he's on the phone or whatever, but we were making the point that this is it. This is the last chance.
Yep.
This is the last roll of the dice. Like the week before against Canterbury, it was kind of must win, but this week against the Titans, this is must win stuff this weekend. Paddy was like, "Yep, absolutely." I just thought that there was a hope in hell that given the Titans, have they beaten us now the last 3 times in a row?
Yeah.
Like,
Something happens.
yeah. I just thought, they're going to turn it on.
And they
It's
put
Saturday
points on.
afternoon.
They put
It
a
was
lot of points on.
packed stadium at Skill Park. I honestly couldn't believe how tepid we were in the second half. That with all of that on the line, that it just didn't seem to amount to a better performance. In fact, it was really pathetic, that second half. It was not heartless, but just
Effortless.
just
Lack of
completely
effort.
outclassed. And completely outclassed. Yeah, and out enthused
Yeah.
by a team that it seemed that it just meant more to them. Just seems like the Titans wanted it more, way more.
I saw a stat, and Mitch actually alluded to this before the Bulldogs game, maybe on this podcast, that they don't do well in the day, the Broncos, and I think they've lost either their last 4 or 5 day game kickoffs.
Yeah.
I know a lot of people sort of
It was disappointing.
theorise that's to do with all the primetime fixtures that the Broncos have
Friday
always had, all the
nights. That's
Friday,
Broncos
Thursday
time,
nights.
isn't
So
I loved
you trained in the day.
I love that message that Des Hasler wrote on the board. though.
Yeah.
I thought that was so cool.
What did he say?
He wrote, you know, they have the vision that goes into the dressing sheds. He got his big whiteboard and he just wrote, good luck to all of our Olympians. We are so proud of you from the Titans. It was just like a great message to send out there going, we're behind you. I thought it was really good.
I loved it, but also he's also blocking off the footage of the rest of the team there, so he's made a really something really nice and positive out of what is just clever coaching too.
Yeah.
He's blocked all the team footage. He doesn't want anyone being seen.
Yeah.
I also love how he walked away like a proud dad, and he didn't want to look into the camera, but he was kind of
slaps the ball.
smirking under his breath a little bit.
Yeah.
It was a good win for the Titans.
That takes them to 22 points now. Broncos still on 20.
I was down there recently at the Titans training base, and they've got. I thought it was a joke. You know the dojo. You know, have you heard of the Des loves his wrestling, and he built a dojo tent.
It's weird.
We actually went into the dojo tent. It's huge. It's
Yeah.
like it's an entire. You know those sort of mobile tents they're made out of that white sort of.
like the marquees.
Yeah, like
yeah.
it's huge like that, and it's I reckon it'd have to be 40 metres by 40 metres, and it's all got that thick padding on the floors. As soon as you walk in there, you got to take your shoes off, and the whole
40 metres?
Yeah, I reckon it'd be 40 metres by 40 metres, and we were there with a few of the players actually, and they said that this is where that the players dread coming into this shit.
Really?
It is so,
Really?
in the middle of summer.
Oh.
It would be as hot as all hell, and you can the second you walk in there, you can smell the sort of sweat, the hard work that happens.
A bit like
there.
Fred Brophy style.
Yeah, we had Kieran Foran there, and he was just saying that this is where it just is. They just everyone lays it on the line in this. They practice their wrestling, and he said some pretty hardcore stuff happens in this room here.
Yeah. I
So
mean,
he's turned them around.
Jeez.
well, I mean, there was none from 6, I think, to start the season. And yeah, now they're fighting for a spot in the 8. Should we switch attention to AFL and a more positive note?
It's a bit more positive over there.
Yeah,
Lions,
the Lions doing well.
The machine is looking incredible at
They
the moment.
smashed St Kilda.
They mauled the mash.
Yeah.
Like, you know, again, you could have just mailed this one in for a little 40-point win on the road. They smelt blood from the get-go. 85 points. Lachie Neale, another 33 touches.
Really?
It's going to be a very tight race for the Brownlow, but he's doing
Is
everything
he?
possible
Good.
Good.
to be the first player in the modern era to win 3 Brownlow medals.
And he should have won the one
Should
against
have won
Cripps.
another one.
Yeah, that Paddy Cripps one will go down after they took it to essentially the High Court to get that overturned.
He
but
got ripped off there.
He did.
Was it a tie in the end, or did he lose it?
no, he lost that one. He came second.
By a point or 2 or something?
Yeah,
It wasn't
only,
much.
I think 2 votes in that
Yeah.
one there.
What what's our run home look like? Because
So-
obviously St Kilda are a bit further down.
They're
the
now
table.
essentially eliminated. They
Yeah.
could be a thorn in the side. We've now got GWS this weekend at the Gabba. The Giants are right up and about again. They'll be a challenge. They'll be, I think, challenging for 5 to 8 somewhere. So they are very much a finals team. So this is something the Lions, I think, really need to have, because ideally you want those 2 home games at the Gabba in finals, which they're now perfectly set for after Fremantle's loss. So, and Sydney are now, they're just falling away. So 1 or 2 is very, very realistic for the Lions.
They got done by 100, is that right? Sydney?
112. They didn't score a point until halfway through the second term.
What's going on?
I don't know. And
Injuries?
No, not so much. I think they've just been. It's like they ran their race maybe a little bit too early.
Right.
This season's been incredible because every time you have an assumption about a team, give it 5 or 6 weeks, it's completely changed. Like, Lions started poorly, Swans were out of the blocks, but people, I think, have worked them out.
What's the streak that the Lions are on, like win
It's
streak?
9 in a row now.
Do you think
They haven't lost since their bye.
Do you think Fags will want them to lose a game before the finals? You know how they say that? Like, you don't want to
Yeah.
go into a finals on a massive streak?
Not. Yes and no. I mean, a reality check is always good, but
Yeah.
I suppose talk about back in the day in 2001, they had a bad start to the season, and then all of a sudden they clicked into gear, didn't lose again. Geelong a couple of years ago, same thing, just got on a roll, and once the roll started, you really don't lose. And again, the top 8 is so tight at the moment that you probably still can't afford to lose. One loss will see you drop from 2nd to 6th, and that double chance is now so important.
Yeah. It's the same system as it is in the league, isn't it?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep. Just so glad we threw out the McIntyre system.
Yeah, I'll make a tie system.
Oh, well, that was 1v8.
1v8.
2v7, and then the top, the top 6.
It's the bottom 2 losers
yeah,
were kicked
yeah,
out.
Yeah.
You wouldn't know until after
Yeah.
the weekend.
There was that one year when the Warriors knocked off the Storm down at Olympic Park when there was 1 versus 8. But it was so rare to happen.
Yeah.
And where 8 beat 1.
8 beat 1, yeah.
Yeah.
But it was a ridiculous system. I don't know why it's done, but I'm glad we moved away from it.
You know, they're thinking about bringing in a wild card system now.
Would you? I guess you have 17 teams in the NRL
So
right now. Would you like it?
I think the way it was explained to me is you'd have a top 6
Yep.
would be locked in, and then those spots 7 and 8. So teams 7, 8, 9, and 10 would play off for the final 2 positions. So I guess 7 would play 10,
8 would play 9.
8 would play 9, and the 2 winners would then go through to the finals. It's just as a way of, you're going to have a 20-team competition. It would essentially mean that half of the competition will get an opportunity to play finals football, as opposed to there being a larger percentage that miss out.
They do it in the NBA, and I think they've done it really well. And just looking on my side at the AFL side of things
NFL,
right now,
I think they do it in the
NFL
NFL
as well.
too, yeah.
Right now, there are still 12 teams with 3 rounds out that could make finals, and it's tough to see a team miss out on for and against or percentage. So it would be nice to go, well, you get a crack at it. And also for TV broadcast, that's just more money.
I don't hate it if it's a 20-team comp. I hate the idea of a team being in the bottom half of a competition getting to play finals.
I get that.
Yeah, well, they end up getting caught out anyway.
Yeah.
But it is because the other thing that will happen is that, at the moment, you've got 27 rounds. Just going back to the NRL, 27 rounds. It's a lot of games.
It's another
but
week.
They've got to come up with those games so that they can fulfil their commitment for the TV
broadcast
contract,
deal.
the huge contract they've. If you go to a 20-team comp, they'll just play each other once. It'll be a fairer draw.
It will. Yeah.
It'll be a totally fairer draw, but they're going to have to make up some more games. So there you go. Anything else?
Those are our positives we take out of it.
Yeah. No, and you get a lot of Olympic stuff in the show proper.
Oh, yes, you do.
Are the Wallabies in town? Did I hear that?
Yeah, this
So who are we
weekend,
playing?
I believe.
Who's this bloke that's
Springboks?
coach of the Wallabies? Was he a New Zealander?
Joe Schmidt. He was deep in Australian rugby for a long time. Came up, I think, through just off the top of my head, coming through the sort of shoot shield system. He's been around, done a lot of assistant coaching, and just one of those sort of like Les Kiss style. Just one of those just good rugby brains. Not a sort of like a performer statesman on the scene like an Eddie Jones or anything like that. He's just he's a weird looking cat, wears his bucket hats, and he's just one of those guys that just know rugby inside out. And
Probably what the Wallabies needed, to be honest.
and the team are responding to him, yeah.
Very nice.
Because there needed to be a massive overhaul, especially after that last World Cup. So
He was coach of Ireland.
Definitely.
well, there we go.
He's a New Zealander, but he was coach of Ireland from 2013 to 2019. In 6 years, Ireland won 3 Six Nation championships, including the Grand
Ireland's
Slam.
been going good.
They're flying.
Yeah, well, there you go. And are they playing this weekend?
Springboks.
The Wallabies.
Yeah.
Yep.
At Suncorp.
Springboks here at Suncorp. Afternoon game.
Advertising it.
Yeah, we gave away tickets.
Yeah, we did.
Have we?
I saw a massive billboard today about it.
Really?
Big as anything. It's like, geez, they're advertising a lot.
Yeah. I didn't even know. I'd never even heard of Joe Schmidt, to be honest with you, but there you go.
Welcome to the party.
Oh, that was good. All right.
All right, we're feeling positive again.